You've made it through winters your whole life. Every single one. So it's easy to assume you'd be fine, right? Grab a coat, build a fire, tough it out. Except none of that was invented yet. No coat, no matches, no walls that actually keep the wind out. Just you, a group of people counting on you, and a season that's trying to kill all of you slowly. So here's the real question. Not, could you survive winter? Could you survive your first one? Here's what people get wrong about prehistoric winter. They picture snow, cold, maybe a wolf howling somewhere dramatic in the distance. But the actual danger wasn't the cold itself. Humans are stubbornly good at handling cold. The danger was everything cold takes away from you at the exact same time. Food gets scarce, water turns to ice, daylight shrinks to almost nothing, and every mistake you make gets a lot more expensive because there's no room left to recover from it. Winter didn't kill people in one big moment. It found the weak point in the plan and pulled on it until everything came apart. Let's start with the obvious one: eating. In summer, food is basically everywhere. Berries, roots, small game that hasn't gone anywhere yet. You could be a little lazy about it and still be fine. Winter deletes that option completely. Plants die back, animals migrate or hide, and your body needs more calories, not less, just to keep itself warm. So the tribe's entire summer was actually about winter. Every fruit dried, every strip of meat smoked, every seed stored. That was the real test. Not, can you find food today, but did you find enough food back in October to still be alive in February? If you'd been dropped into that world with modern instincts, you'd probably eat what you found the day you found it. Ancient humans couldn't afford that. They had to think in months, not meals. Now here's the part that actually separates the survivors from everyone else. Fire. You know fire exists. You've seen 1,000 fires. But do you know how to start one from nothing with wet wood in the wind using tools you made yourself? Because that's the actual test. Not, can fire keep you warm? Everyone knows that. It's, can you reliably make fire happen every single day for months without it ever failing you? One failed fire on a warm night is an inconvenience. One failed fire in the coldest week of winter, with no backup plan, is how people didn't wake up. So ancient humans didn't just know how to make fire. They built redundancy into it. Multiple fire-starting methods, dry tinder stored ahead of time. People whose entire winter job was just keeping the fire alive. You'd need to learn that skill under pressure, on your worst day, with no YouTube tutorial to fall back on. Here's the pressure most people never think about. You weren't surviving winter alone. You were surviving it as part of a group that all had to make it through together. That sounds comforting. More hands, more warmth, more people to share the work. But it also means more mouths eating the same limited food, more people whose mistakes affect everyone else, and more tension, because when resources get tight, people get tight too. Small conflicts that would have been shrugged off in summer, someone eating more than their share, someone slacking on firewood duty. Those same conflicts in the dead of winter, trapped together for months, could fracture the whole group. So surviving winter wasn't just a physical skill, it was a social one. Could you keep the peace when everyone was hungry, cold, and stuck with each other? Here's the part that changes the whole question, though. Ancient humans weren't guessing at any of this. By the time you were old enough to face a real winter on your own, you'd already watched dozens of them. You knew exactly what needed to happen, and roughly when. The people who struggled weren't the ones facing winter for the first time as adults. It was outsiders. People without that inherited knowledge dropped into an unfamiliar environment with none of the local expertise passed down to them. Which means the honest answer to, could you survive your first winter, isn't really about toughness at all. It's about whether anyone taught you how. So no, you probably couldn't survive it with the skills you have right now. But neither could anyone else, if they'd never been shown how. That's the part we tend to skip when we imagine ancient life as this constant, desperate struggle. It wasn't chaos. It was preparation. Repeated so many times it became instinct. If you had to guess food, fire, or the group, which one do you think would have gotten you first? Drop your answer below.